How to read an apportionment. We're going to go through several elements of apportionment so that you know how to read them and what to look for. The things we'll cover here are the Treasury Appropriation Fund symbol, or TAFS, at the top of an apportionment, the period of availability of the funds, the difference between the top and the bottom, and the source or sources of funds in an apportionment. The Treasury Appropriation Fund symbol, or TAFS, is an account in the Treasury containing the budget authority. It's composed of a 3-digit agency identifier code, a 4-digit account-specific code, and the period of availability of the funds in question. So if you know what you're looking for when you're looking at the number of an account, you can actually learn a lot about where the money is coming from, where is it going to, and how long it's supposed to be available. This is an example of a TAFS with an annual period of availability. So this TAFS is just available for 1 year. 75 identifies HHS as the agency. 1502 identifies the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, as the account. And /2024 identifies fiscal year 2024 as the period of availability of the funds. So those funds were only available in fiscal year 24, and after that year, were no longer available for obligation. Here is an example of a TAFS with a multi-year period of availability. So 070 identifies Department of Homeland Security as the agency. 0545 identifies the Procurement, Construction, and Improvements as the account. And 2020/2022 reflects a period of availability that crossed fiscal years 2020 through the end of fiscal year 2022. Some accounts have no year period of availability, that is, they're indefinitely available. This is an example here of the National Endowment for Democracy account. 019 identifies state as the agency. 0212 identifies this NED program as the account. And /X means the funds are available indefinitely for no definite period of years. This is the normal spreadsheet apportionment. And when you're looking at the top half of the apportionment, that is funds coming into the account from different sources, from mandatory and discretionary appropriations, from funds that were sometimes carried over. But in general, looking at line 1920 and above, those are funds coming into the account. Those are what's going to be made available to the agency for obligation. Now, looking at the bottom, that is where OMB is actually doing the work of apportioning the funds. Category A, Category B, all the categories of apportionments happen in the bottom half of the apportionment. Those are the funds that are available. Those outline the purposes for which they're available, and they will also outline any conditions made upon their availability in the appropriate footnotes. As you're looking at Open OMB, this is where there's information about the source of the funds provided into the account. So in this case, this is an account for low-income home energy assistance, and the funds were provided by Public Law 118-47, the relevant appropriations law for this fiscal year. And when you go to the appropriations law for this fiscal year, you can see there's a corresponding section that has the same title as the account itself. So as you look at the TAFS, it's an account for low-income home energy assistance. And when you look at the appropriations language here, it's appropriations language providing funding for low-income home energy assistance. You can see the same funding that's provided for in the Appropriations Act is the same discretionary appropriation that's showing up in that top half of the apportionment.